Yo, what is good, Celtics Nation? Bleed Green Pod post game report is back with another episode, man. Ricky, we just took on the Knicks, coming off of two solid wins here in Boston, and then get another one here versus the Knicks. We improved to 8-2. Looking pretty good today. Now, I will say, starting this game, I was a little bit nervous. I thought the Knicks, being a good defensive team, were going to come out here, make some plays, force us to, be uncomfortable offensively. And in the first half, I mean, for the most part, we were pretty uncomfortable offensively. But Joe Mazzulla, we've been complaining about him. He made some adjustments. We came out in the second half and made big plays. Shot about 38% from three in the first half, brought it all the way up to 44% from three, and overall shot 50% from the field. Good game overall. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, man, it was a good win. I feel like they're a bit of a matchup nightmare for us. I think there's a lot of speed on that team, and I think there's a lot of good offensive rebounding capabilities on that team, and they kind
Oh
of get
yeah.
us off our game. They're able to get a lot of second chance points, which was killing us. Well, not killing us, but it was hurting us.
Oh yeah.
A little bit in the first half. It kind of made the game closer than what it should have been. From a talent perspective, they're not as talented as the Celtics, but they play hard and Tibbs is a good coach, and they have a good system, and it's a fun team. If you're a New York Knicks fan, it's not a bad time to be a fan. It's certainly a fun team to watch. That for whatever reason, one way or another, they seem to keep it competitive with us.
Yeah.
The score doesn't dictate how competitive that game was. The game was competitive for the vast majority of the game, really right up until Tatum got hot and took
In the fourth,
the
yeah.
game.
You
Yeah.
won. You won us that
Um,
game in the fourth.
yeah, I mean, he did what Tatum is supposed to do, which is, and it was refreshing to see too because the three wasn't falling for him, and he hit that big dagger late. But
Yep.
really, the two and getting to the paint for him, getting easy twos, really set up the dynamic for the team and the
Yep.
dynamic for his game because really that was really the how he got going was going to the basket and getting buckets.
Yeah, 34 points in the paint today by the Celtics. They had 18. I feel like our interior defense this year has been really good. And shout out to Kristaps Porzingis. He's been amazing. But so is Drew Holiday and Derek White. These guys are actually playing very good defense this
Mhm.
season. But you're absolutely right. I think we dominated the paint, to a certain extent. And then in the fourth quarter, Tatum, I believe, had four, maybe even five threes all in the fourth quarter. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. And also, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the follow button on Spotify. We're going to be dropping post-game episodes and the weekly podcast every week. So make sure you guys join the family. But like I said, we just played the Raptors. I didn't watch that game at all, Ricky. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I did. I watched
Did
pieces of it for.
did we look good? Because I
Yeah,
didn't.
I felt like they would look good. I think the Raptors are just. I don't think they're a very good team. I know they
Yeah.
started off hot and they looked like they had potential, but I think from a size perspective, they don't really have a go to scorer. They don't really have a guy that can go out and really get it when they really need it. And so they got a young team they're rebuilding and they're grooming it. And so I watched it, but I
Yeah.
didn't really was any bit concerned. I feel like they pretty much controlled that game, from the tip. So, I felt pretty good about it and I mean, overall they dominated. So,
Yep.
no, I didn't really have too many notes on that game. I felt like they were inferior and that we should have beat them. I know they have a pretty good start to the season. But I feel like they don't really have the talent or the ability to get scoring on a consistent basis, and
Yeah.
therefore, we were just too much for them.
Yeah, I know in the past the Raptors when they had Fred VanVleet, they were kind of like they were a matchup nightmare for us. For some reason, some way, their defense just made us really uncomfortable. But seems
It's those
like
shifty
last
guards,
game,
man. We just have
yeah,
issues with those guys. Manuel
yeah,
quickly is the same way. These shifty
yeah,
guards, dude. They can shoot the three, or they can go get it in the. They can go to the rim and get points. And we struggle with those guys. We foul those guys. We
yeah.
get in foul trouble with those guys.
Maxi,
And yeah, Maxi too. Yeah, those type of players are just big issues for us. We're a tall, lengthy team, and I feel like we just don't have the speed
well,
that
you know what
those
it
type of
is.
players have.
It's the drop zone coverage, and again, it affected us today. We play a drop zone coverage. They come off a screen wide open three. I mean, as long
Yeah.
as Joe Mazzulla wants to play that coverage, we're gonna give up threes. I mean, you saw Jalen Brunson did a
They
bunch of them
they
today.
do yeah, they're doing a poor job of shifting though. I just noticed there's always a guy in the corner and they're always
Yeah,
picking up a
today,
again, I
yeah,
got to see Randall getting double teamed. It's like what like why? Why
Yeah,
are you double
they
team? Why are you coming off your guy, giving up a man in the corner? You gave up 2 threes in the corner to Josh Hart. You're
yeah.
picking up a double team to Randall down low. I like Randall, but I'm not respecting him enough to give him a double team. I'm sorry, I'm just not
Yeah.
doing it. Make him earn it. Make him earn that too. Drew does a good job one-on-one with him, and just live with that matchup. If he gets the two, he gets the two. But you can't leave guys open in the corner. They just need to do a better job of shifting and getting a guy. Where he needs to be when a guy's in the corner like that.
Yeah, they had a lot of open three city. That was probably the biggest takeaway I had. We need to, rotate better, maybe communicate better on these threes. They're getting a lot of guys open. Like you said, we're double teaming players we don't necessarily need to double team. It's not like Randall was having a big game with 35 points or anything like that. So I don't think we need to double team him too much. So hopefully we can improve on that. But one thing I am noticing, Ricky, is a couple of days ago, I was looking at the numbers and the Celtics were ranking like pretty much worse than like top 5 worst in the league in terms of assists per game. Last two games we came out and had some really good games passing versus the Raptors at 30, tonight at 27. Those are good numbers in terms of assists. So I feel like all of the guys are starting to, move the ball at a nice little level. So let's look at some of the stats here. Tatum had 7 assists, Jaylen Brown had 6 assists, Derek White 4, Porzingis 3, Payton Pritchard 3. I mean, I feel like we're moving the ball very well lately, and hopefully we can continue to see, the ball not be so sticky and iso ball. We don't like to see that. So loving that side of the ball. And then another thing, Ricky, Hauser, man, Hauser.
I was waiting for it. I was going to bring it up if you were going to say it. I was. I mean, the guy is the last. He's had a good last 3 games.
Yeah,
You
did you
put the
see
ball in
what?
his hand, he shoots. He makes them.
Yeah,
He's stepping into that role we hope Pritchard would be. And Pritchard actually had a decent game tonight. I know he
yeah, yeah,
statistically didn't score a lot of points, but he was efficient. When he shot it, he shot well, high percentage looks. I feel like overall he gave you quality minutes. He was great defensively. There was a couple
yeah,
of moments where he was just all over the place, just giving guys fits defensively. And so he's he did his part too, but Sam Hauser's definitely, at one point you just didn't know if he was going to miss a three. Every time he hooked up the
yeah.
three, it was falling. So,
Did you see the graphic that they put up? They said through 7 games in November, he's shooting 50, I believe 58% from three in 7 games in November. That is
yeah,
insane.
it is
That
good. It's
is
good. It's great.
It's not sustainable, but if he can shoot
No,
39, 40, 41% from three throughout the season, I mean, that is crazy good numbers. And another thing I've noticed is we always play Sam and Pritchard together. It's never Sam and Jaylen or Pritchard and Jason. They always play together. And what I'm noticing is every time that one of these guys hits a shot, the ball is coming from the other one. Like in this game, I believe 3 of Sam Hauser's threes came from a pass from Payton Pritchard. And I believe Payton Pritchard's only 3 came from Sam Hauser. These guys have chemistry. I guarantee
yeah,
you. I don't know if you remember last year, the Bus One boys. I guarantee
yeah.
you these boys are building chemistry on Bus One together, man, because I'm loving that. And hopefully these guys can.
I like bus one. Hopefully Cornette stays on bus one. It doesn't even come onto the court. I'm glad I didn't see him at all today. I
Yeah.
will always approve of a lineup or bench rotation that is minus Cornette because as you know, I am
Yeah.
out, emphatically
Hopefully,
out.
hopefully, Kata can get back soon. But overall, I was happy about this game, man. I think the first half we didn't look good. Second half we dominated, and third quarters we usually struggled. Had a good third
So
quarter.
so that's been a big takeaway. I feel like over this last win streak we've had is coming out and playing better basketball in the third. I think the last 2 games we've actually won the third quarter, which
Yeah,
was refreshing. Maybe the last 3 games I have to look back. I know it's been a couple of games now. We've been winning the third quarter by a couple of points. So we talked about this in prior episodes. It's like can we just win a third quarter? By
yeah,
2 points, 3 points. Can we equalize a third quarter? Can we not be minus 15 in a third quarter? And so it seems like that tends to be the recipe for success. We have a
yeah,
good third quarter. We tend to end up on the right side of the game. Come the fourth, and then
yeah,
then they've been good about closing games when they have the lead. I'll say that. A Celtics team last year
yeah,
maybe chokes 1 or 2 away. They seem to be doing a good job holding leads. Running down that shot clock, taking good shots, closing out games, which is good stuff you want to
yeah,
see. Obviously, throughout the entire course of the season, not just the first 11 games in. But I mean, hey, let's look at it like this, Fubs. 9-2,
8-2,
right? 8-2. Sorry. So
8-2.
we're uh, almost 1/8 into the season. We're on pace for 60 wins. If
Yeah.
we're keeping up this exact pace, that's a on pace 60-win season. That's just math.
Yeah.
So, it's good. Good win, good opponent. I think
Yeah.
quality all around.
Yeah, still got some work to do, and Wednesday's going to be a big game, man. Another big test. Philadelphia, man. We lost them last time. They ended our win streak. Let's hopefully not let them end our winning streak again this
Oh,
time
they got
around.
that. They got that marked on the calendar. I think they got a bad taste in their mouth on how they performed last
Oh,
game.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping we come out and ball out, man. Wednesday's gonna be a big night. So guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, comment down below. Give me your prediction. Celtics, Philadelphia. Who wins that game? Give us your score prediction in the chat. We appreciate you guys coming through, and we'll see you on the next podcast. And who knows, maybe we drop another post-game episode in the next couple of days. So peace.